fever dream. Charts align like stars in space. Fingers twitch, it's a digital race. Trade the dots, connect the line, profits calling, it's my time. Precision moves, shopping clean, living life on this money machine. Scalping seconds, slicing fast. Ride the wave, don't let it pass. Green and red, they set the tone. Win or lose, I'm in the zone. Trade the dots, connect the line, profits calling, it's my time. Precision moves, shopping clean, living life on this money machine. Every tick's a heartbeat loud. High stakes play, I'm feeling proud. Risk and thrill, it's all the same. One more trade to up my game. Pivots turn, I'm locked and sure. Cut the losses, keep it pure. Every trend I see the clues. I'll ride the highs and dodge the blues. Pivots turn, I'm locked and sure. Cut the losses, keep it pure. Every trend I see the clues. I'll ride the highs and dodge the blues. Yeah, yeah. This money machine. Yeah, this money machine. Yeah, yeah. Every tick's a heartbeat loud. High stakes play, I'm feeling proud. Yeah, I'm feeling proud. Money machine. Every tick's a heartbeat loud. High stakes play, I'm feeling proud. Risk and thrill, it's all the same. One more trade to up my game. Perfect. Eyes locked on the glowing screen. Numbers flash like a fever dream. Charts align like stars in space. Fingers twitch, it's a digital race. Trade the dots, connect the line, profits calling, it's my time. Precision moves, shopping clean, living life on this money machine. Scalping seconds, slicing fast. Ride the wave, don't let it pass. Green and red, they set the tone. Win or lose, I'm in the zone. Trade the dots, connect the line, profits calling, it's my time. Precision moves, shopping clean, living life on this money machine. Every tick's a heartbeat loud. High stakes play, I'm feeling proud. Risk and thrill, it's all the same. One more trade to up my game. Pivots turn, I'm locked and sure. Cut the losses, keep it pure. Every trend I see the clues. I'll ride the highs and dodge the blues. play. I'm feeling proud. Hey, I'm feeling proud. Money machine. Every tick's a heartbeat loud. High stakes play, I'm feeling proud. Risk and thrill, it's all the same. One more trade to up my game.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Somebody give me a sound check. Let me know if you guys hear me okay, if all is good. Let me see if the video is good. Let me get out of this frame. Okay, how's the framing? Framing is good. Sound should be pretty good. Oops, I think it sounds, hold on a second, just one sec, guys. All right, I don't want to sound like I'm in a cave. Every time I close the door to my office, it sounds like I'm in a cave. Good morning, everybody. Got a lot of really cool stuff to show you, a lot of really cool stuff to talk about. Sound is good, video is good, everything is good. Paige, good morning. Amir, good morning. Kurt, everybody. Mikhail. Lucas, nice to see everybody in the room. We're going to open up the show in just a bit. How's everybody doing? How's everybody's trading going? What's going on? Let me know. Let me know. Good morning, Joe. Droopy, good morning. How's the dog? Dogs are quiet. I put them in my room, so they should be quiet. Self-destruct at 61. Nice. Nice. Oh, good job. Good job. Amir, where are you from? Where are you trading from? The reason I ask for anybody who's kind of new, by the way, everybody who's new in the room, come say hi to me. Tell me where you're from. Sorry, I got a switch up. Say hi to me. Let me know what's going on. Let me know where you're trading from. Toronto. Okay, so Amir, you are a prime candidate for the Apex funded trading. And I only say that because they're our sponsor, and I'm not just whoring myself out. I actually genuinely believe this. Because let me explain to you why. You're a new trader. You've never traded in your life. You've never done financial markets. What's the first thing you're going to do? You're going to gamble $1,000, $2,000, probably $5,000 of your own money, and you are almost 100% guaranteed to lose it in a very, very fast period of time, simply because you don't know the markets, you don't know leverage, you don't know platforms, you don't know a million things that you think you do as a new trader, right? Contrast that with spending $25, $30 for a $50,000 evaluation account and essentially learning the exact same thing on Apex Trader's dime. You're going to get real price action, real quotes, which by the way cost money that they eat. You're going to get all the trading software, including TradingView. The only thing you would have to do, obviously, is anybody, by the way, who's listening to me who does not have a TradingView subscription or a Wealth Charts membership really needs to get one of them. Our indicator works on both Wealth Charts and TradingView, but they're just the best, absolutely the best platforms in the marketplace right now. And they're like $12. The TradingView is $12. Wealth Charts is literally free with Apex. Like it's you can't give away a better platform for free. So get yourself, if you're a brand new trader, a couple of Apex accounts. I don't care if you blow them. Everybody blows them. The point being isn't for you to instantaneously get funded. The point for you is that it's an incredibly inexpensive way to actually learn how to drive. I don't mean drive like a grandmother in your suburban mall. I mean drive against Formula One drivers, which is what you're going to be doing when you are trading in the real markets. So I can't recommend this enough for a whole bunch of reasons. If you guys are interested, as I said, every day I make this offer, and every day somebody takes me up on it, and every week they're incredibly grateful. We just had May, who just joined us last week, was already close to getting funded. If you're really interested, come join me for coaching. Get full 6 months of the indicator, everything else for free, and I will buy you 3 Apex accounts. By the way, everybody who's in the room today, who joined coaching last week, I have given you credit. If you have any problems, check me in the room, but confirm to me. Caleb, if you're in the room, you were talking to me yesterday. I made sure that everybody who I promised free Apex accounts has gotten fulfilled. So any issues, let me know. But I hope you guys, you're all good. Good morning, David Lupino. Where are you from in Italy, man? Are you one of those Americans who bought an Italian house for $5,000 and now is living the life? Is that the story? We got a lot of fun stuff to do. But before we start, I got to tell you. So, you guys know I'm reading this book, right? The Molecule of More. By the way, holy shit, is there a ton of books about dopamine on Amazon? I had no fucking idea. I just sort of stumbled into this on my, the algorithm went from like, hey, you total geek, instead of reading books about quantum physics, why don't you read about, neurobiology? So anyways, I stumbled across this book, and I told you I've been reading this, a really, really amazing book. And it talks about the fact that dopamine is essentially the primal molecule that controls everything in our life. Dopamine's function from an evolutionary point of view is to create an environment that maximizes our resources, right? That's its primary function. And it does it in two ways. It does it in an immediate way by creating immediate desires, and it does it in a long-term planning way, which is really interesting. It's kind of a molecule that has completely contrasting functions within our brain function and our biology. But and by the way, if you think about the statement, its function is to maximize resources so that you could survive further. Change those words to its function is to maximize profits so that your account can grow. And you understand why dopamine is the primary biochemical that essentially controls every one of your actions when you are trading, right? Everybody can understand that, right? Dopamine is the brain's crack. Yes and no. So it's both a crack and a what do you call it? An anti-addiction. Oh, hang on a second. I'm sorry, guys. Just 1 second. I got to take this call. Boris Schlossberg. Hello.
Hello. This is a friendly reminder from EcoShield.
Oh shit. Never mind. Okay. The key problem, of course, is that if this dopamine circuit gets totally stressed out, in other words, there's no limit on wants, and you sort of get into this incredibly addictive cycle of I want this more and more and more. You become addicted, right? Dopamine is an absolutely integral part of every single addiction problem, right? And here's where I found incredibly interesting value to us. What's addiction? Or rather, let me put it the other way around. When we go on tilt and lose everything in our account on one single trade, what is that but just simply the same thing as an alcoholic falling off the bandwagon? And let's say he's trying to stay sober, and then he gets tempted, and he takes one drink, and then pretty soon he is completely off the wagon. It is literally the exact same physiological process. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that going on tilt is the exact same. I'm not, I am certainly not an addict. I really don't. Unlike most Russians, I literally don't like alcohol. I don't drink. I've never done drugs. I've never done anything. But I have a hugely addictive personality, like almost everybody else does. Certainly, you could make an argument that I'm addicted to trading. But I can absolutely tell you that the same physiological process when I go on tilt is the exact same thing that an alcoholic does when he falls off the wagon. The difference being is that I think, hopefully it's not nearly as physically injurious to me as it is to them. But there's no difference between us and them when we're doing this. Would you guys agree? Would you guys agree? Tell me yes or no if you think that tilt is the exact same thing as an addict going, falling off the wagon or going on a binge? Gloria says yes. Right. Okay. Anybody else agree with me? Yes. Santiago. Page. Okay. So, fortunately, there's a huge amount of clinical evidence of how addicts combat this problem, right? 12 steps, cognitive therapy, so on and so forth. But the primary thing they try and do is they try to avoid anything that triggers them into the addictive behavior, right? So let's change the word addictive behavior to overtrading or, trading badly, right? Trading impulsively. Let's change those words. They're the exact same words, whether I'm, sniffing coke, snorting cocaine, whatever the fuck it is, drinking water, or taking innumerable amount of bad trades is the exact same behavior, right? So the literature in the addiction industry is to avoid as many negative triggers as possible. So an alcoholic does not walk into a bar. He does not have any alcohol in his house. You try to essentially gatekeep yourself from truly bad behavior, right? Okay. So I had this incredible epiphany. We're going to just use me as an example. I had this great, epiphany, which is, oh, by the way, we got a trade coming up. So we're going to do this. I looked at all my trades, at all my scalp trades, and I realized that literally 90% of my losers, not 90% of all losing trades, but 90% of all my losers, every fucking trade I make that is bad, that is impulsive, that is not successful, and that is the trigger point to almost all my tilts, to all my, any blown account, I can trace it to this one behavior. You know what that one behavior is? That one behavior is trading counter trend, right? That's my crack cocaine. That's my drink at the bar. That is my toxic behavior that triggers all of the bad stuff, right? Hang on a second. I'm sorry, guys. Just bear with me a sec. I got to do this. Just bear a second. Hang on. Okay. So everybody following me so far? Everybody understands, what I'm saying? Many of you, may have the exact same problem. I'm actually curious. How many of you, if you think about this, what's going on over here? Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry. Okay. I had my app open to my New York. I'm in Jersey now. I had my app open to my New York City apartment building because the maid is coming into the apartment, and I forgot to close off the phone. And all of a sudden, I hear sirens coming in. I'm like, "Where the fuck are the sirens coming from?" And then I realized it was, of course, from my apartment in New York. Anyways, the point being is, how many of you maybe have the same problem or a different problem? The key thing here, from corrective point of view, is that the first thing that addicts all do is they take stock of what is their worst behavior. Same thing as we as traders should look at where are the trades that we're fucking up on continuously, because we're doing I guarantee you, I do the exact same impulsive behavior over and over and over again. And it's not a matter of willpower. It's not a matter of discipline. It's not a matter of any of that shit, because you cannot control it. You are a slave to your biology. The key thing I really understood about this book is that we are not in control of our faculties. We are just biochemical machines that have very, very little understanding of exactly what motivates our behavior until we actually consciously begin to assess it, right? So, anyways, what I realized is that if counter trend trades are my kryptonite, then it's very simple. I literally took my indicator, and instead of saying both on the indicator, I just said label direction trend only, right? And now I don't even look at signals unless they're in trend. Step one. That's it. Nothing more complicated than that. Take all the drinks out of the house. Take all the liquor away. Break all the glasses. Gives you no chance to fall off the wagon, right? Does that mean that I'm going to succeed? No. But what it means is I'm not going to fuck up nearly as badly as I was before. That's all, you know. And by the way, you see, the other thing aspect of it is by doing that, I eliminate a lot of trade cycles, right? I eliminate a lot of trade cycles. I'm trading less trade cycles. This, by the way, actually, the flip side of this is it gives you more opportunity to trade several assets, right? Several assets in your function. What is the higher time frame that determines my trend? Actually, it's the same time frame. It's just a much longer duration. So we're using 8 against 200. It's just a 200 SMA, right? So if I am below 200 SMA, I'm in downtrend. I'm above. Like for example, Dow is above, Nasdaq is below right now. That's all it is. It's nothing more complicated than that. So is everybody vibing? What I'm about to say, you know, what I just said. Do you guys kind of understand where the real power in trading lies? Aside from the beautiful indicators that I design, it's in the ability to actually do the best. Now, if you're not like me, if you're really, really good at counter trends, then just do counter trend trades, right? If you're good both ways, like I know my weakness, right? There's just zero. I've done, thousands of runs on my reporting. And by the way, as I said to you guys, I have a video coming out hopefully by next Sunday that shows you how to use ChatGPT to create the most interesting, intelligent reports on any instrument you have, on any broker you have, right? As long as your broker can export all of your history, ChatGPT can create the most unbelievably intelligent reports, and you can do that and find out exactly where you're fucking up and where you're not, So you don't have to do any work. That's the beauty of it, So Santiago says his weakness in trading is just 7 to 9:30. So what we talked about this yesterday, right? What did I tell you? Stop. Just stop. Turn off the screen, right? You know what I do, by the way? You know what is like an amazing? Do you have an iWatch? If you guys don't have an iWatch, you guys should really get one. Do you have an iWatch, Santiago? All right. I have discovered. You know what the greatest productivity function in the world is the timer on your iWatch. All right. First of all, I make literally the greatest steaks, the greatest hamburgers in the world simply because I learned how to time the flips perfectly, right? 5 minutes for a 1-inch steak on one side, 5 minutes for the 1-inch steak the other side. Perfect temperature every time. The timer function in your iWatch is the greatest underutilized function in the world. So Santiago, 7 o'clock, put a 90-minute buzzer on your thing, and you're just not allowed to look at the screen until the watch buzzes you. And then you're able to trade, right? I think that's, so that's probably true for most people, but not necessarily for all people. There are some people who are extraordinarily good at counter trading. So it's not, my argument isn't like everybody should do as I do. What my argument is, find out what you really suck at. Find out where you suck at. And then don't do it. Just eliminate that. Eliminate that part of it, which where you suck at it. Colin is asking me, what are the best times to trade? Again, Colin, completely dependent on the kind of trading and the personality you do. So for example, Santiago says he sucks from 7:30 to 9. I love 7:30 to 9:30. I'm much more profitable early in the morning than I am with you guys, right? Because I fucking hate the morning open when it's usually just complete chop city for the first half hour. But he doesn't, for him, that's not a good time. I think it all depends. I think looking at all the trade data that I've seen, and you look at Rob's trade data in Wealth Charts, as I was showing you guys yesterday, Wealth Charts has this incredibly, really cool little function. If you go in here, I'm not going to show it to you today, but if you go in here, you go into trading and you go into Wealth Tracker and you click this, it actually tells you the most profitable time on their platform for a particular instrument that they're trading. This is an aggregation data set of what their traders are doing. And there, the answer was 11 o'clock in the morning. So 11 to 12:30 New York, I think is incontrovertibly a really, really good time to trade, Am I going to trade the Asia Open again? Yes, Chris. I'm just thinking about it today. I really want to do it. I think I'm going to start doing it. I'm going to do Tuesday, Wednesday, Asia. Tuesday, Wednesday is going to be Asia trade. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it tonight. I'll put up a link. We got the instruments, we got everything. And actually with the way I'm trading now with this whole approach, I think it's going to be even cooler in terms of, let's trade trend, we're going to trade gold, which is going to be really movable. And we're going to trade retrace runner, which is I think the best way to trade all this stuff in terms of our structure. Anyways, what time is it? 9:20. I'm kind of tempted to just fooling around. It's 45:08. Nah, it's fine. It's done. We're this buy signal right before kind of died out. Of course, I didn't take it on the YM. I thought of maybe taking it, but no. We're gonna wait. We're gonna be patient. We're gonna see if there's another buy signal in the YM. Having gone on this whole big rant about how counter trend trading is so bad and it's so evil and so on and so forth, there is one really, really good rule for if you're going to do counter trend trading. This is what you should do, right? This is one thing I kind of discovered yesterday after I went to, sort of did my own little audit of myself and everything else I was doing. So I want to show this to you, okay? And now that I told you never to do this again, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it again. So this is how you trade counter trend if you're going to do this. I'm going to show you what I think is happening for the day. Dick all, Marvin. Dick all. Okay, that's what's going to be happening for the day. We're just going to look see if we can get any trades going while everybody is floating their thumbs. We're all waiting for Jackson Hole. Nothing much happened. Ukraine didn't blow up, but they also didn't make a peace. So there's nothing really going on. So my professional opinion is dick all. That's what's going on. Anyways. Let me show you. I'm going to go full screen to NASDAQ. And right now I have it in trend. Let's go to both. We're going to go. Oops, what happened here? Come on, baby. Okay. We're going to go to, I want to do label direction in both because I want to show you something that really, really caught my eye that made me realize this is how you trade counter trend. Okay. So here's the rule set. You guys ready? You guys want to hear how you trade counter trend intelligently if you ever want to do counter trend? Right? You vibing me? You want to do this? I want to see some yeses. I want to see some yeses, I'm a whore for attention. Okay, very nice. I see a lot of yeses. Very nice. Okay, so and I'll run you through like what I did this morning. Like this is like where I love to trade this early morning stuff, even though some of you may find it hard. So clearly here we're just trend, right? Green above red. This is we're positive trend. So all you want to do here is just take trend trace, boom, 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 boom. They all work. You make money. You're happy, right? Now you're starting to get the first counter trend label, right? And this is the mistake I used to make all the time. The first counter trend label is not a signal. The second counter trend label is not a signal. Only when you've had two counter trend trades that positively resolve. So in this particular case, we are short 91s. It needs to go down to 86. It goes down to 86 over here. Done. Okay, that trade gets done. +1, right? Now we are short 77s. The stop is at 90, whatever the fuck it is. 15. What is that? 92s. We escaped the stop by a nick of our teeth. It needs to go to 72s, which is over here. Done. Right? Done. We now have two counter trend trades that actually went to profit. The rule is they need to actually go to profit before you can even entertain the idea of I want to trade counter trend. Now, once that happens, yeah, did I take this trade? Absolutely. This was a great trade. I took this trade. I actually traded run, retrace, run, and it just made total money. Did I take this trade, which is also a counter trend trade, effectively because this is above the 200? Yes, you took that. Boom. That's a great counter trend trade. Now you just you're waiting for trade. This trade fails. This trade fails, right? So you don't take that. This trade is not a trend trade either. It's a counter trend trade. So you have just this one failure, legit buy signal failure. Although you know what, it depends on how you were trading this. So this was not a trade because this was a counter trend trade. This is actually, you could actually make the case that this is a trend trade. So if you bought this at 76 and then you did a buy again at 71, which was like right here at 71, I think. Yeah, 71 right over here, right? You could have, no, you still wouldn't have been able to resolve. It did not bounce back enough to help you resolve it. So you would have been stopped out. You're stopped out. Fair enough, right? Here you had no trade. This, as much as you want to, as much as good as this looks on the chart, this is not a trend trade because it's against trend. So that's it. You stay tight. But by doing this, you avoid so many stupid trades, so many stupid trades that don't work. You avoid this sell trade. You avoid this sell trade, which are counter trend trades. You avoid this buy trade, right? You buy this one, but then you get stopped out on this one. So what good is that? You're looking for winning trades, not for partially winning trades. So if you were looking at this, you were just basically looking at one winner, second winner over here, right? And only this would be your after you had two winners on the buy side, only this would have been your initial trade, and you would have bought this, retraced, made money, and you would have been fine. And then this one would have also, you would have taken this one, you would have taken this one. Now you get the counter trend trades that actually work, but they need to prove to you by actually giving you two winning signals in a row in a counter trend basis. So that's what makes it, so cool here as far as if you want to trade the counter trend. But the easiest part is just not to do it, just like sort of not really do anything. Like right now, we have a counter trend trade here in the Dow, right? Not a trade, not even close. This one didn't make 10 points. If this one makes 10 points, that'll be the first of what we need to have two that actually gives us a chance to think that this counter trend is going to work, right? Yeah, they don't, Wally. Those labels are not on wealth charts. This is the latest version on TradingView, and they're not on wealth charts yet. It may take a while for us to put them on wealth charts. Okay. So if you're using wealth charts, you basically just do this. You do it manually. The idea is no dot, green dot makes the label. No dot, green dot makes the label. No dot, green dot makes the label. So if you look at wealth charts, you're looking over here on, so what would this be? No dot, green dot, that's the label. Okay. No dot, green dot, that's the label. You could just manually adjust it on wealth charts. Marvin, where are you from? Okay, are you guys laughing as much as I am at Marvin's comment? Marvin, where are you from? Tell me. Oh my God, that's freaking hilarious. Who else is laughing but me at Marvin's comment? And I love you, Marvin. Thank you for misinterpreting what I said. You're from Germany. Ah, okay. All right. I thought you were American. Okay. So should we explain to Marvin what I meant by dick all? Okay. So Marvin, I did not say dig. I said dick. It's a big profanity. You know, as I told you, I'm from New York. I have a very big potty mouth. It's just profane English, meaning nothing is going to happen. Okay. Nothing is going to happen. That there isn't really much happening. It's an English expression, means nothing really is going on. You know, dick all is going on. Okay. So now you've learned how to curse in New York English and understand what happened. Okay. But that was great. Thank you. We needed a laugh this morning because it's really, really quiet. So hopefully that's clear. All right, looking. We're open 9:30. Let's see what the good trade brings. Dow continues to perform better than Nas. We're trading Dow on wealth charts. I'm just watching the Dow. If the Dow goes, well, you know, we don't have a buy signal on the Dow yet, but and the other thing, okay, the other thing that's super interesting, super interesting, and this is really arcane. And those of you guys who trade with me for a very long time will probably get this. Some of you guys, you may be a little bit confused about it. Don't worry about it. But I just wanted to kind of point out, like, sort of like where my flaw lies. Where do I screw up really, really badly? So remember, I told you basically structurally, no dot dot is the right label, right? But the way I wrote the algo is both candles have to be green. Like I made a couple of more. I made a couple of more restrictive conditions on the actual label. So, for example, no dot dot. There's no label here, even though there's a dot, because the algo has a much more restrictive condition. And I was like, it doesn't fucking matter. You know, I was just too lazy to write the algo. We should take these trades. We should take the trades that don't have a label, but that fit the condition that we have, which is that, you know, we have a massive move to the downside. By the way, trend move here over here if this thing stays low. Big reversal, by the way, nice reversal. So I'm watching this out of the corner of my eye. If this stays red, that's a trade for us. But here's what I discovered. No, you know, like dismissing this rule set is kind of stupid. Like if you had a no dot dot, but it didn't have a label, it probably was not going to be a good trade. So now I only take label based trades, even though there are other trades that are structurally the same, and you could make the argument that they are legitimately possible, but they're not. They're really not. The tighter the regulation, the tighter the rule set for your setups, the better it is. Yeah, everybody. Thank you, Marvin. You made our day today, Marvin. Okay, I'm watching. The play here is the short NASDAQ, 48 seconds on the clock. We're waiting for the candle to close. This is a Christmas tree red signal. So everything is negative here, right? So this is a legit negative sell signal for us here, and we're going to take it. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Opening trade is going to be 2 micros, and then we're going to have 16 seconds on the clock here. And then if it retraces 5 points against us, we're going to take a secondary trade, but we'll see how it goes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1. Sold. All right, we're short here, and I think we got done. That took no time, and this is why we trade the way we do. Let me see. Did I do? Look at that. Yes, we did. We took the trade nicely. By the way, this account, this is the one. This is the one I'm going to try and run. This one is almost at 26. So we get it to 27. That's going to be a payout function. So let's see how we can work this week and next. Maybe we'll get it to 27 by then and get a payout function. So as I said, my new approach to trading is kind of a Solomonic approach, right? I can't have everything. I can't have, there's always an incredible tension between our setups. When there's huge momentum, there's no chance to get the better price in the closing. If the closing price is the best price and they just simply, momentum down, exactly what we have here. There's no chance. So if you try to be cute, you snooze, you lose, right? However, there's also lots of times where, we have a breakout or let me see, somewhere over here, we have a move and then it kind of dies out and you can get a much better secondary retrace entry and then resolve your trade at better prices. So if you want to have the best of both worlds, which is a runner and a retrace, momentum and a value trade, you have to divide your position into halves. And if you get a runner, you just, you make the money on the first half and that's it. If you have a chance for a retrace, you take the second position on the retrace and try to resolve both positions both ways. That's my solution. It's working very, very well. It also allows me, I subdivide the position into, like on a 25,000, it's a 2 micro first, 2 micro second. The other thing that's interesting about this whole structure, I think I should show this to you. Oh, sorry guys, let me just see what YM is doing. Nothing. Okay, I want to keep an eye on this because if we have signals here, we're going to go to wealth charts and trade those. Okay, so here's the the risk rewards, which with a single entry we have a 5 TP. This is NASDAQ only, right? And 15 stop. Right on this position, right? That's how we do it. But if I add a second position, my entry is -5 to entry. This is like if I'm on the shorts, I'm going to give you a short example. So it'd be 5 higher plus 5 to entry. That's my second entry, right? And then my stop is only my target is 7 TP and 10 stop. So what happens then is that both stops are the same. I have the exact same stop on both positions. It's the exact same value in the positions, right? And then on one position I make 7, and on the other position, because I move my take profit from +5 to this +7, that works out to just +2. So basically I'm making +7 and +2 on TP. Okay, trust me on this. When I go through the math of this, what this works out in the end is just let's say in dollar terms, I make. So let me just give you the exact number. So 7 times 2 times 2, that's 28, and then 2 times 2, is that right? Yeah. Oh no, I'm right. No, I'm wrong. 4? 32? No, I thought it was more. Why did I think it was more? That's 2. No, maybe you're right. That only makes 2 plus 2 plus 2. 2 times 2 times 2, 8 plus 28 is 36. 36. I think it's 36. It's 36 to the buy side. And what I do is I lose 30 and I lose 50. And I lose, is that right? I lose 30 and I lose 20? Is that correct? I only lose. No, two. I lose 60. I lose 100. Right. So I thought it was better risk reward than this, but I guess it's still 1/3 risk to 1/3 reward. I was wrong. I thought it moved to like a +2 to 1 risk reward ratio, which was better, but I was wrong. Okay, never mind. But anyways, bottom line is that's what I like to do as my money management technique. We'll see how that works. That's all points. That's all points, Ben. Yeah, summer, it all depends, Santiago. Sometimes summer is very slow. Sometimes it can actually move. I don't think it really matters for our purposes. We're trying to as long as we have like 100-point range in NASDAQ and 200-300-point range in the Dow, we should be able to extract good trades out of the market any given day, right? Right now, it's just simply, very, very quiet. We're just not getting any movement at all. But that's fine. We wait. By the way, Dow may be setting up for a buy label. So because this candle has no dot, if this candle gets a dot, that's going to be a legit buy label, and we're going to trade. We're going to trade the Dow. Here's the buy signal. Minute 30 on the clock, so it's got to really, really hold that label. But it's we're in a trend trade, and again, the process will be the following: whatever is the close, we're going to buy with a 10 target, 30 stop. If it moves against us -10 from the original entry, we'll put a second position at 15 target, 15 stop. Right now, we got nothing because it's actually not even holding the bid. But that's basically where it stands. All right, 50 seconds left. Buy label holds. $35 seconds on the clock. And by the way, those of you guys who are trading wealth charts, you don't even need the label. You see this, you see that it's a big ass. See, it's a no thing. Let me just make sure we're okay at 10:30. Okay, 8 seconds left. I'm gonna buy this. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. We're long at 55. Target is gonna be 60. And that got filled really, really fast. That was just boom. Again, like yesterday, it was. Remember when we were in trend and we're buying Dow trends? It was just like boom. You buy them, you hit them. So that hit nicely. Nice run of trade. Now we just simply wait patiently to see if we got anything else going on. Right? Nothing much going on here. So we just simply hit there and wait. But you can see how how all that is hitting nicely. When we're patient with our trades. I bet if we started trading gold that way, we might even actually be succeeding in trading gold. I'm certainly going to trade gold in Asia with you guys today. Anybody trading YM with me? Anybody doing that, or are you guys everybody just sticking to the NASDAQ for now? Steve says he's trading what I'm trading in Georgia. Oh, you know what? Let me put the comments on. I forgot to turn the comments on. Miguel says only MNQ. How many ticks in? Sorry, Nico. What are you asking me? How many ticks in the YM? Is that what you're trying to say? The YM trade is this. it's 10 TP, 30 stop. Okay. And then on the second entry, let's say, we want to do 15 TP, 15 stop. Okay. So it kind of evens it out. So then let me just figure out my math here. Maybe I fucked it up on it's much easier to do the math on YM because it's just one for tick. So if we're doing this, right, just for argument's sake, I'm minus 45 because I'm minus 45 on the stop, right? Let's just do 1 unit. And then I win 15 and I win 5 and I'm plus 20. Yeah, I thought I was not going crazy. And I'm plus 20. See, this creates a really like almost a 1 to 2. It goes from 1 to 3 to 1 to 2 when you do this. Why the fuck did I screw this up on whatever? I must not have properly done my ticks in NASDAQ. But in YM, where it's 1 tick, one point, it makes it really, really clear. You guys see what I'm saying? So you're minus 30 on the first lot, you're minus 15 on the second lot. So you get blown out of both. You're minus 45 ticks. If you win on that retrace entry, the first basically everything gets taken out at plus 15 plus 5, which is plus 20. So you now went from being 10 to 30 to being 20 45, which is a really, really better odds, right? I knew it because I was like, man, I know I'm making money today on really good math. And I was like, how the fuck did I screw this up with you guys on the numbers? So this makes it a lot clearer for you guys using YM as an example. You see what I'm saying? Dustin, you can't trade forex on Apex. Just, everything in life is a trade-off. If you want to trade forex, you should use a different prop firm, right? You can use what's our other trading prop firm? Oh, Jesus Christ, I forgot our CFD prop firm. But generally, I'm focusing on futures, gold, stock indices. So don't do like my number one rule is trade one instrument at a time. So if you want to try and do this, just trade indices or gold with us on futures for the time being. You can always go back to forex when you feel more confident. Ticker for Dow Jones is YM, my friend. It's YM. The actual this month's signal. This is what you want to look up. You want to go YMU. YMU. It's YM September 25. That's how you look up the signal. The signal. DNA, yeah, DNA funded, right? Yeah, it's DNA funded too. Any props that do both? No. I mean, if you go to like a CFD-based prop, you can trade. Oh, we're getting a signal. Getting a signal in NASDAQ. Short sell here. I'm watching the Christmas tree sell, right? 24. 18 seconds left. Let's focus on that. Eight seconds left. 6 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're short. And target is 44. Where am I short at? Oh, fuck. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm sleeping here. I want to sell this. Fuck. I sold at a bad place. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really, really sleeping on my trade. Here we go. Oh, come on. I'm just getting out. I'm sorry. I fucked up this trade because I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. I really fucked up this trade. This trade should have been like a $30, $40 trade. I made it a $10 trade, but I think we're okay. Really fucked it up. But you guys, the execution of this trade really, really needs to be a focus. So, and I took my eye off the ball because I was trying to answer questions. So the way this trade should have gone is I should have been in it. I forgot I was 46, sold the 50s, right? sold the 50s, and bought everything back at 43s. And I kind of fucked it up because I wasn't managing. But it totally worked if I had done it correctly. All right. Sorry about that. Yeah, when I'm live trading and trying to do customer support, it always it just gets fucked up. So okay, we'll leave it alone. Let's see if the YM gives me another buy signal here. Anyways, you guys see what I want to show you is you understand how the runner retrace formula transforms a 1-to-3 trade into a 1-to-2 trade when done correctly. Fuck me, I'm so annoyed that I fucked this up. But all right, whatever. The other part about being Zen is there's like a million trades here, and oh shit, and I'm late. I'm late to the YM. All right, I'm sorry, guys. Okay, no more talking. We're just gonna focus on trading. I missed this whole entry here, which would have taken me in. Yeah, it's definitely a lot easier. That's how listen. So it's much easier for me to trade at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm almost never. I get stopped out like once out of every 6-7 times when I'm doing that, because it's relaxing. I'm not talking and I'm focusing. So anyways, all right. Sorry guys. Fast markets. I'm yapping. I missed two. I butchered this trade and missed this YM trade, but it's fine. You guys. The function of live trading is for me to show you the setups, okay? To show you the setups so you can absorb them. And of course, I'm answering your questions, so I will get distracted. Let's see how much selling we got. It's the first half hour, a little bit of selling pressure. Be interesting to see if this is going to be an extension day. So Marvin, you were asking me what kind of day it's going to be. So there's sometimes we don't know, but like generally, here's where things are going to get interesting. Either this is going to just stop and we're going to completely reverse, and the whole 10 o'clock to 10:30, this is going to be the bottom, or this is just the first step of a multi-100-point decline, which I think it might happen today. So I'm going to watch this pretty carefully. If I get sell signals here, I absolutely want to be taking them on NASDAQ. What's interesting is that we have a really pretty serious divergence between the NASDAQ and the Dow. The Dow is performing uptrend. NASDAQ is performing downtrend. So I think the markets kind of have to synchronize on which way they want to go. Yes, I totally agree, Steve. I should do a session where I just turn all the comments off and all we do is just trade, where I just talk my trades. It's not a bad idea. But we're trying to do a million different things. I'm trying to get people interested in trading. I'm trying to explain to them how we trade. So it happens. That's why we have coaching. That's why if you guys really want to see me, understand what we're doing and really learn how to trade, come join me in coaching. Here's the link. I'll put the link over here. It's really worthwhile. And also, by the way, everybody, so like, who was it? Who the hell was talking to me about Dustin? But Dustin just joined, and Dustin is interested in FX, and FX is literally free with coaching. Like all of Kathy's FX is totally included in my coaching. So it's an amazing deal. Go out there, go get it right here, right now. I'm going to give you $97 back so you can go out there and buy Apex accounts. Dustin, confirm to them that I gave you the money back. Tell them that I am a man of my word. And book reviews, exactly. And book reviews. All right, so Marvin, as you're watching with me from Germany, My handyman is here, guys. Hang on just 1 second. I gotta go off camera for just 1 second to let him in because my dog's gonna start screaming at him. I'm so okay. What do we got? 2 minutes? I'll be back in 1 minute. And I'm back. And no signal on the Dow, so no worse for the wear. All right, let's see what's going on over here. Oh, we still got 58 seconds, so the signal on the Dow may pop up here. Let's see. There we go. Bowie, shut up. Shut up, please. Yeah, Caleb, there you go, my friend. I told you. Thank you. Shut up. Sorry, guys. No signal on the Dow. We're choppy. Honestly, there's not even, neither the buyers nor the sellers have a lot of momentum, and we just stay patient. We took our trades, and we wait. That's the beauty of my new sobriety, my new trading sobriety. No, my handyman is at the door, so he's just guarding the door. She's just guarding the door. I have three. It's really funny. Well, it wasn't funny, but apparently there was some kind of a robbery in my neighborhood, and the cops came by, and I wasn't around because I was in the city, and the cop rings the doorbell, and the dogs just go absolutely apeshit. Like, we have 3 little dogs, and the guy's talking to my wife, and I hear him through the ring, and he goes, do you have an alarm system? And she goes, do you see these animals? Do you think anybody could get into this house without me knowing about it? I'm like, it's true. It's much better than having a ring, is to have a couple of small yappy dogs. They will scream and shout at anybody at the door. Yeah, so Andy's saying there's a signal. I'm not taking this signal, right? Because this is a counter trend signal. I told you that I'm not, so if we're looking at this, it's 90, and this is the first winning signal on a counter trend basis. So if we get a second winning signal on a counter trend basis, then the third one to the buy side we're gonna do. But until we get two consecutive winning counter trend signals, we're not even interested in taking them right now. That's the play that we're going to make. Right. Fabio's telling me that NQ has a Christmas tree. And it's true. But remember, my new approach is I'm going to ignore all counter trend signals until I get 2 of them in a row that prove to be true. Yeah, it's okay. Eddie, trust me, I do enough trades off hours to make up for it. We don't call ourselves degenerate traders for nothing. I'm happy to trade with you guys. I never look at the live session as anything but just kind of fun and education for me. All the money I make is always off screen, off hours, because that's the only time I can really, really concentrate. Although today has been good, we're good on the P&L. No arguments from me. But very quiet, right? Like really, really quiet. So Saul is saying, Nasdaq is very tempting to counter trend now. Yeah, if you think that this was, as I said to you, if you think that 10 o'clock was the bottom, we could definitely get a move. That's that's a different pattern than the one we trade, but it's a pattern we see all the time. That's one you could give yourself. But the bottom line is, I guess, sort of like the net takeaway from the Dopamine book is not, first of all, everything in life is there to distract you, right? And therefore trigger all sorts of dopamine fuel addiction signals. Like we all know, I mean, everything in our life, from food to entertainment to actual gambling in Vegas, to all that stuff is just there to distract us, to social media. God knows, like the outrage machine that is the social media, of which I totally fall victim to all the time, is all out there to just trigger all of this addictive behavior, right? And the proper counter-addictive methodology is to remove as many of those stimuli from your life as possible, so that you can just focus on those things that really, really matter. And when it comes to trading, my point is there's 1,000 different patterns, there's 1,000 different strategies, there's 1,000 different temptations in the market all the time. What I found that works really, really well is where I'm just trading dots on trend, only when I get the signals, only in my runner retrace mode. When I contain myself to that, I generally have very, very good results. And more importantly, even more important than having good results, is I don't tilt, right? I don't tilt. I don't binge. And that's more important than even having good results. So that's sort of like my net takeaway from all of this stuff that I've been reading lately. Christmas tree in NAS, 55 seconds left, 52 seconds left. By the way, those of you guys who are new and wondering what the hell is a Christmas tree, it's these little red or green banners, which is a double momentum setup. And the only reason we call it Christmas tree is because they're red or green, right? We just didn't have any creative name for it. So, and it looks like a little, like a little tree upside down or a tree this way. Besides, who doesn't like Christmas? Who doesn't like Christmas trees, right? Everybody loves it, right? It's a beautiful season. So it makes me feel happy when we call the pattern that. Watching the Dow, interesting. Like, so NAS kind of, holds bid above the lows, and the Dow is giving us a Christmas tree to the upside, $142 on that. So that's interesting. I'm going to watch that carefully. Let's see if that can give us a play out. $116. Dow breaks to fresh highs, 45,200. Interesting. $37 seconds on the clock. Big pop on NAS through the 200s. Wow, 23 seconds. They're really cranking it. What a big move. All right, we're going to move over to wealth charts. We're going to see what we can do here. 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're long here at 06, and that got done. They got done nicely. Another move, another power move on Nasdaq, right? Counter trend trade on Nasdaq. This would be if this completes positively. So in other words, we're not going to take this. I call this the phantom trade. The first phantom trade, make target. This would be the second. If we get 2 phantom trades to the upside, we'll consider doing a counter trend trade on Nasdaq. But you see how the runner on the runner in trend just does his job, right? I guess Saul, your counter trend hunch on Nasdaq really worked nicely. Steve, you took that the YM trade? Anybody else? Let's do a little poll. We haven't done a poll in a long time. Let's do a poll. I trade. I'm just going to give you all the NQ, ES, GC, and YM. Choose which one you trade the most. I'm curious. Here's the poll. Steve says he was in and out before I even took mine. Good for you. That's the way it should be. You guys, once you guys learn the pattern, and that's that's the whole point of trading live with us, guys. And bring all your friends, bring all your family who are interested in trading, because the whole idea of trading live is I show you everything here. There's no secrets, right? I show you my whole setup. I show you everything how we do it. We do it over and over and over again. You learn it, then you use the tools and you trade yourself. That's the whole bottom line. The bottom line is that we try to make you a trader, and then you yourself begin to develop your own style, your own trading, and your own bankroll. That's the whole point. KP got it. Good job. Paul got it too. Nice job. Nice job, everybody. So here's interesting. So this one I want to show you, right? So this may actually work, but this is why. Who was it? Schultze called this the pause trade. I'm going to call this the pause trade, which is the first confirmation. We'll close here at 19, I guess 25. Yeah. Second confirmation. You could make the case. Okay, fine. Both of these trades legitimately got done. So since they both legitimately got done. Wait, hold on. It's Control S. Yeah. Since they both got done, right? The third buy signal I'm willing to take, because now the counter trend has kind of proven itself to be a legitimate counter trend, right? I used to make this mistake of like, and we could have, it would have been very lucky today. Both of these trades would have made money, but most of the time, the first or the second is always counter trend trade is always going to fail, and I failed so much. Yeah, don't worry, Lucas. We're all novices. All good. Look at you guys. 81% of you trading NQ. Holy shit. Only 3% of you trading. So few people trading gold too. I'm surprised. Everybody loves the NAS, huh? I'm telling you guys. Steve, chime in. I'm actually curious, or anybody else, or Paul, whoever's trading YM with me. I think YM is a more interesting product for the kind of trading we do, as long as you do it correctly. It's the biggest long in terms of picking up points. Saul, you're so nice. Saul says that he used to take losses in gold and NAS before he took my coaching. Thank you. I appreciate it. So my point is, I don't trade counter trends until they effectively prove to me that they're actual trend. And how does the counter trend prove to me this actual trend? It gives me two winning trades, right? It gives me two winning trades, right? So like right now, like here's a perfect example. This is a trade I want to take because both of these trades are winning trades. This was a winning trade. This was a winning trade. So I'm willing to take this trade 5 seconds. Well, the label disappears. So no trade, no trade, no trade, no trade. Yeah. Oh, no, that's a trade. Fuck. So much. Again, I'm, oh, damn it. I'm on the wrong side. Fuck me. I had the wrong targets and, shit. All right. I had the wrong stops and targets on this because I had the 710 versus, all right, let's see if this works. Fuck me. Okay. Where am I? 24. Shit. Where am I entry here? I can't focus. 25. What's the low here? 25. Fuck. 20. I want to see a 20 bid. Then I'm going to come in. There we go. There we go. Okay. Two of these. I want to go over here to this. Let's see if this works. Let's see if I can pull this out. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. And we're pulled it out. Sorry. It's really hard to explain when I'm doing it. Okay. Really, really hard to explain when I'm doing it. So that's why I can't explain it and trade at the same time. You guys just have to watch it. But the bottom line is what I should be doing is I'm coming in with a 5-point, 15-point stop. Then if it goes 5 against me on my set, I'm the first preset is a 2060 preset. Then I change my preset to 2840. And it comes in -5. I'm buying it. The stops all stay the same because the presets make the stops at the same level. And all I got to do is move the take profits to the original level, and then I'm done. Okay, it's so fucking hard to explain all of this while I'm doing it in the 5 seconds that it takes that it's hard to see. But the bottom line is you see how it's working. So sorry for my cursing. I'm just frustrated because I'm trying to explain it and I'm doing it at the same time. You can't. So I just realized I'm just gonna have to do it, and you guys are gonna have to get it by watching me all over again. But I hope you guys get it. I hope you guys get it, of what I'm trying to do here, right? Let me know if that's if that's makes sense. Yes, it was counter trend, Ben, and the only reason I took the counter trend was because I said if you get 2 counter trends in a row, then the third one I'm willing to take. Nothing against taking runners, just not my style. I'm not a person. I don't have a personality for runners. Okay. It's not like, that's not a legitimate way of trading. It's just not the way I trade. And you got to know who you are. The single most important thing in trading is not to try to do what you're supposed to do, but do what you need to do, which is completely different things. You got to know what you need to do. Okay. I need to make quick profits consistently. That's what I do. No. Again, Wally. So the answer is no, because that's how you lose all your money. It's like saying, hey, Boris, do you ever take another drink when the first drink doesn't taste good, right? Do I take a reverse drink? No. That's how you fall off the wagon. My whole thing is if I've lost, I stop. Actually, my sequence is if I lost, I move to a different account. I wait for a new setup and I trade that way. You always want to terminate the most toxic moment of your trading journey, which is always going to be, I need to get it back. This is, by the way, so what is dopamine doing at that point? To understand, dopamine is pumping all this chemical saying, oh, you are about to die. You have no resources. You got to recapture those. You lost those resources. You got to capture those resources. Otherwise, you're going to die. You won't have any food. You lost your food. Go get the food again. That is literally revenge trading. Understand that? Understand everything there is to know about yourselves. That's why there's nothing you can do to fight this. It's the most intense impulse you will ever have. So the only thing you can do is do what all of these addictive therapy create, which is change the environment, change the account, change your look. Yes, Georgie, because you were not trading the way I was trading. And I understand that. And probably what I suggest is don't do what I'm doing right now on the counter trend buys unless you understand how to do runner retrace. Okay, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like it's so fast and so difficult to do. It's probably not worth it, for you to do it. So don't do it. All right, I'm watching this trade. Oh, it's a buy signal in Dow. Let's go look at buy signal. Nice clean buy signal in Dow. Let's go back to the Dow. Let's see if we got it. No, it goes away. It goes away. It goes away. Not a trade. 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 What is the YM? There is a sell signal in the NAS. I'm going to pass up on the sell signal because you guys are asking me for the link, and I'm going to. I can't focus on one or the other. So I'm going to give you guys the link. You guys are all interested in this book. I'm going to give you the link. Shit, where's this? Where's this link? Oh, here it is. Okay. I'm sending a link in the thing. What's the chap at Keynes? Oh, chop at Keynes. Oh, chop at Keynes. Oh, man. Do you know what, Colin? Oh, by the way, the Christmas tree worked very, very nicely, guys. So those of you who took it, and I didn't take it because, again, I'm realizing, I can trade or I can talk. And I'm happy to talk because a lot of people have a lot of questions. And I can just tell you what to trade, right? But if I got to trade, I got to shut up. So I can't fucking do two things at the same time. Timo, if you want the Pine Script code, Timo, are you a member? If you're a member, email me. If you're not a member, this is how you need to get the Pine Script code. Here's the link. Here's the link, guys. Okay. If you're a member and you're a member of coaching, then just email me and I'll make sure that you get the Pine Script code. 13 seconds on the YM. 9 seconds. 7 seconds. 6, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're long YM at 25, targeting 35. I'm going to flatten out over here. The reason why I flattened out is because I don't want to go into runner retrace mode in the YM because I don't have it set up properly. I think I'm gonna have to have two separate screens. I don't quite know how to do this and on the screen with you guys, so I left it alone. So we took like a little bit of profit here, not quite the full 35. I think I took 30 out of it, but half a loaf is better than none at this point, just because I'm trying to focus on a million different things. But yeah, I mean, this was what was the close? We came in at 25. The high was 30. Yeah, we took like 5 out of it. But the way, so the way I would have traded this, if this was just me, just to show you again, to deconstruct this, right, is I'm long 25. I want to be a buyer at 15, right? It doesn't go to 15. So never mind. I still would have been in this trade now with a target of 35, 32, 33, 35. So it would have made it regardless without a retrace. But because I wasn't prepared for this on the YM, because I don't have the same kind of structures, I just let it go. But hopefully you guys got it. It's obviously all about you guys on the trading. So YM gets done, NASDAQ gets done. Those of you guys who traded all of those, you guys did a great job. No, it's purple dot, red dot. Purple dot, red dot. It becomes a Christmas tree. You need a combination of both. You see that? White dot, green dot is a combination to the upside. Is a Christmas tree to the upside. Nice job. Nice job. Nice job. Cool. Where are you from? What kind of name is that? All right, I'm glad you guys are all banging it. And you see how staying focused on trend and only extreme counter trend moves. Look how well I'm doing today. I'm literally like London. Oh, nice. But what is it? But what's the background? Because that's a wild name. I was trying to figure out what whether you're Persian, whether you're Indian. I've like no idea what the name of that background is. So anyways, you guys see what I'm so today I'm literally like a model 12-step program trader today, right? I absolutely stuck to my rules today. Seek. Okay, cool. Got it. Okay. Right? You guys seeing it? I mean, I hope this is like we're literally putting bio neurobiology into practice with our trading today, right? We are actually putting the dopamine research into practice today. How are you guys doing? How's everybody doing today? Are you guys feeling better? Are you guys in more control? Yeah. Look, Rick, is this? My name is Rick, and I'm a degenerate gambler, or I'm a degenerate trader. Is that your 12-step program now? Are you coming up to? Hi, my name is Rick, and I'm a degenerate trader. Good job, Rick. You're doing a good job. Everybody's having a good. Kulip's having a good day. Rick's having a good day. Who else is having a good day? Come on, tell me. You guys hitting it? Lee, how are you doing over there? Gloria, how are you doing? Are you guys hitting the trades? Ben is doing well. Eddie's doing well. Paul is doing well. Look at that. Great session today, right? Great session, baby. That's right. Don't drive drunk, babies. Don't drive drunk. That's my lesson for the day today. Don't trade drunk. That's really bad. It's very much bad taste, but it's funny. You got to admit, it's pretty funny, right? Don't trade drunk. Hey, Tony, are you back in Jersey? Are you in still in the remote parts of the world? Yeah, nice. Thanks, Kurt. Good job, Barnes. Back in Jersey. Beautiful day today, right? Really nice. All right. Oh, sell signal. Let's do one sell trade. Shit. Let's do one sell trade in here. Again, I'm on the wrong side. Fuck. Again, I'm sorry, guys. I'm on the 2080. Shit. I need this to be up here. Shit. Now I have to adjust this. Adjust this to over here. I'm on the wrong side of the trade because again, I had the wrong setting because I'm not paying attention. Let's see what we can do here. What's my target? 84. Let's see what we can do. Put my entry 87.94. All right, I'm gonna just try. I'm gonna single trade this because I'm just all messed up on the entry here today. Let's see if the single trade works. Now it's gonna. It's probably good that I did not add to this position because it looks like we're gonna. It looks like this might be the bottom sell. We'll see. Meaning that like after a nice big trend move, this could be the exhaustion sell where we're not hitting target. You know what? I'm just going to take a quick. I'm taking and it actually works. So the sell actually worked. I just again because I had the 2840s. I should have had the 2060s on my target because again I was showing this to you and I forgot to change it. Had I had to set this up properly, it would have been a really good trade. But we took a little bit of a profit. All good. We close out the session with nice clean profits. All right, good job, everybody. Look at this, NQs and YMs all hit for us, nicely. A lot more trades to go. There's at least probably 7 to 10 quality trades in NASDAQ and probably 5 to 7 in YM. So you guys should really enjoy it. You got the Christmas. You didn't take the purple dot. Don't take. I'm sorry, Ben. You don't take the purple dot. Why do you take the purple dot? Oh, because it was a sell. Oh, because it was a sell. So okay. I just wanted to make sure you weren't doing it because it was a sell signal. Yes, you're right. That's it's a good question. So Rick, it all depends on size. Like I'm sizing my wins to be very small, so that my losses are very small, right? So that, like, if I were to hit a loss on this one, all I need is just 1 mini to resolve my trade. Just 1 mini to resolve my trade. So I would, it would be very easy for me to on the next trade when I have the signal to just do a mini trade on trend and resolve it. So I kind of look at it that way. But I think it's not a bad idea to stop. I like I'm up probably 350 on this account. Like this account is very, it's I wanted to get it through the 26s today and I got it through 26s. I could trade it a little bit longer, but yeah, now the next target is the 27s. And that's how you do it, just very steadily. The thing I like about this particular way of trading, which is with trend, and you see, by the way, look at this, I was doubting trend and trend again proves me right. Trend just really works, right? And the same thing over here. Like this is what's crazy is that both the YM and the NASDAQ are just trending in the opposite directions, which very rarely we see that. But they're really proving itself to be a very interesting trade. Yeah, exactly, Caleb. It's really weird. I don't, I'm trying to. Let me take a look at TweetDeck. Let me see if anybody has any intelligent ideas. So my friend Jason Shapiro, always a really interesting read. So he's it's interesting. What is he saying? All right, so he thinks that Ethereum may have topped. Nothing interesting, guys. Nothing interesting. Now, it's not, just all boring, nothing going on. Everybody just waiting for the resolution. Look at how nicely that YM would have bought here, bought 10 under, and that would have totally resolved. It's for those of you trading YM. All right, guys, I got to run. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna do Asia session tonight at I think like 7:30 New York, 7:30 p.m. New York. No, maybe 8 o'clock. Maybe we'll do like 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. That's really the good hour. 8 to 9 New York. I'll post a link on my YouTube channel. So if you guys want to join me, that's for those of you guys who want to trade CFDs. We're going to trade with CFDs. I'm going to have separate tools, same indicators, but separate tools. I think you guys are going to really, really like it. So hopefully that will be fun. All right, guys, everybody have a wonderful day. Thank you. Good session today. We killed it on every single trade, right? Could have done much more, but I got distracted a little bit. But you guys did well, and that's all that really matters. Bring your friends tomorrow. Bring everybody tomorrow. Don't forget, get Apex. Let me put the Apex link over here. And those of you guys who are new, they want to join my coaching, here's the coaching link. Everything is in the links. Go out there, go get them, and have a good day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.